So episode 6. Hi everybody. So what day are we on now?
Tuesday, not normal podcast Monday.
Not a normal podcast day. It's completely put me off this week.
Yeah, throwing that was my fault, but it's just one of those, isn't it? You need to get some other stuff out of the way before we had a chance to film the podcast. We had some work being done in the den room.
Yeah.
So we had to forgo podcast day. So podcast day this week has become Tuesday.
But yeah, how are you?
Recovered.
Yeah, you've been off on annual leave and...
Stressful annual leave.
Off.
Well.
Away from the office.
You go on annual leave and you get COVID.
Yeah, it's grim, isn't it?
Yeah, you go to have your first week off since February, and then you end up...
That's just really unfortunate.
Yeah, and then you give it to the missus, and then you give it to your daughter.
Yeah.
So yeah, it started off as a nice week.
Yeah.
It started off as a nice week off, and then obviously within a couple of days you start feeling grim, and then you're in bed ill. So I tried to isolate myself, but it was too late.
That's just typical.
Yeah, it was too late.
Just typical. But did you have a nice chill out though? I mean, you had to, really, didn't you?
Yeah, I had to. And I was sat in the bedroom watching football and just chilling out for a couple of days whilst I thought I was doing the right thing and not trying to infect the rest of my family. But obviously acted too late, and then a couple of days later. So it just became a case of just go back into general population when everyone else has got it. So we just had 3 or 4 days in the house chilling out.
It just goes to show it's still out there, isn't it?
It is. You've got to be careful.
You've got to be careful.
But it's not as bad as it was in my experience from when I had it first time a couple of years ago. So, yeah, not their best annual leave.
So when's your next time off then?
Yeah, I don't know. When there's no pandemic, I think.
So when you watched the football, was this the Welcome to Wrexham football TV show?
I've been watching that.
I think it's amazing.
Well,
I think it's great.
Yeah, being a season ticket holder for Wrexham.
Were you a season ticket holder before Wrexham weren't quite big?
I used to go and watch Wrexham.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a season ticket.
No.
But it was a culmination of the fact that me and my brothers used to go to the football all the time. But we also had access to season tickets at Liverpool. Don't have that anymore. And we wanted to go to the football together. And then all this kicked off at Wrexham. We were thinking, well, we still want to go to the football together. And it takes 10 minutes to get to Wrexham rather than hours to get to Liverpool. So we thought, well, get back onto it. So rather than going a couple of times a season, got season tickets for Wrexham. And yeah, but having this exposure for the town that we're based in, it's unreal.
Yeah, official town as well. Is it town or city?
We're a city now.
Yeah, I thought so.
As of like last week. It was announced a couple of months ago, but officially...
Really? Wrexham are on the map as a city?
When I was a city. So it doesn't really sound right calling Wrexham a city, though.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's going to town, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, I've been watching the Welcome to Wrexham. It's on Disney, isn't it? Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I'm really into it.
Yeah, well, it was, I think, when you got the likes of the celebrity status of Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, and you don't really... You want to believe that they're going to do the right things for the area when it comes to doing a documentary like that. And there's a little bit of apprehension from everybody until it actually airs, but I think they've done it. I think they've done it really well. I think they've done a massive. They've got the aura and they've got just everything right about how the town is portrayed in it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and it's crazy that it's literally just like yards away from us, really, isn't it?
Well,
it's not far at all.
If you open these blinds and look, you can see the footlights of the ground. We're literally that close. So, yeah, if you come into the den room, aim for the football ground, and we're not far away.
Yeah, come at a time when they've got a match as well, so make a weekend of it.
Yeah, that's it. Make a weekend. Come on a Friday. On Tuesday, we play weeknights on Tuesday, every other Tuesday at home, really.
Yeah, you can park here in a car park.
Walk over. It's fine. Safe and secure car parking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's awesome for the town. And it's great that people who, obviously, internationally, because this is huge for the town. People wouldn't have known where Wrexham is. I do like the fact that on the marketing material, because obviously they don't really use silent letters in America, that if you look closely at the marketing material, the Welcome to Wrexham banner, they've got Rob spelt with a W at the front and Ryan spelt with a W at the front to just show the fact that it's not Wrexham to the
I've
American
not noticed
audience. Yeah,
that.
it's not.
You've got a keen eye.
Yeah, well,
I didn't know.
Yeah, I did laugh when I saw that. It was actually a picture of the poster was on the top of a taxi cab in New York, and I just picked up on it there. It says "We're Ryan" and "We're Rob" on it, but obviously it's just to get home the fact that W
Yeah,
in Wrexham is silent.
yeah,
Quite clever.
that is clever. I would never have picked that up, to be honest.
So what have you? I was off last week, so where were you? What were you up to?
Yeah, so we're in September now. I can't believe we're in September already.
It feels like 2 seconds ago since we packed the van up for Silent Digital, and that is 6 months ago.
That was April, wasn't it?
March.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, all these months are just merging into one.
Yeah.
It's terrible, isn't it?
It's the year.
So
It'll be Christmas
busy.
before we know it, and I'll have
Yeah.
another rugrat
We've
running
not
around.
done the announcement
Yeah,
yet.
I'm gonna be a dad again.
So, Alistair and your wife are pregnant again, aren't you?
We are.
Mm.
So my daughter's gonna have a nice little. Well, we found out last week. Well, as long as I've got it right, she's gonna have a little sister running around.
As long as it got it right.
I'm fully outnumbered. The man cave has gone right up on the top of the
that's
agenda to get
amazing,
sorted
isn't
out.
it? Yeah. Oh, I'm excited for you all.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. So, September last week, it was quite a busy week. There was a lot of people off on annual leave and sickness.
Yeah.
Looking at you.
Sorry.
But no, things normally August time is normally quiet anyway. Summer holidays, everyone's out and about. So yeah, I was just in the office pretty much all of last week. I
suppose
think
there's
it
no one to
was.
see when everyone's on holiday, isn't there?
Yeah, you can't organise meetings or anything. Can't go and
No.
see people. Nobody's there, or if they are there, they're on their own, so they've not got time to speak and chat
Yeah. True.
about things. So yeah, had I think maybe 2 people in last week to have a look at some equipment, so some demonstrations.
Yeah.
And then the rest was just, yeah, chatting about different products that we've got here and just speaking to customers on the phone. So that
What
was
were
pretty much last
people in
week.
to see last week?
We had a laser machine and it was a flatbed machine
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, the flatbeds are actually picking up a bit more interest as well, which
Yeah.
is quite good.
Seasonal things, so like flatbeds
That's
this
it,
year
yeah.
with going heading towards Christmas for gift packaging and personalisation, that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for cutting cardboard and doing increasing things like that, then the flatbeds do obviously pick up from that, don't
Yeah.
they? So
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I did leave in the laser for you last week as
Ooh.
a new sample
Go
that
on.
you could do. Pizza box.
Mm,
There's a
yeah.
pizza box in there for you to
box.
make some samples. We can make some content.
Yeah. I was I did an interesting demonstration actually. It was cutting out felt. So
Yeah.
this guy had embroidered on some material.
Yeah.
And we're using the camera to pick up the registration marks to cut around.
It's a print and cut, but on fabric and material rather than
Yeah.
on paper, the card that you'd normally do it on.
Yeah, it was very
That's
accurate.
interesting.
Yeah, it was
Well,
good.
we did a quick video, didn't we? So that's on our Wiz Innovations UK Instagram account.
Mm-hmm.
Whilst we're talking about it, I'll also tag that. I think that the podcast account is tagged into that, but if not, I'll upload that just so you know what we're talking about. But yeah, we did a little video on that, so you can
Yeah.
see it cut in the felt.
We can do another video as well because I've got some more samples that the customer left over, so we can do like a start to finish using the software, how the camera works as well, so we can put that online for everyone to see too.
Yeah, it's cool because we in the past we have done a couple of trial runs with the laser of. I mean, it's like what was it like burning through purposefully burning through denim to get like the stressed edge effect,
yeah,
didn't we?
yeah,
So yeah, we've practiced with that before, but we've never done it with stuff like. Well, I've never seen it do felt up until that point, so it's nice to see it doing other
different things.
yeah, different materials.
different applications. Yeah. Pizza box. Yeah. Did you have the pizza?
I did. I ate it all.
What
It's great.
flavour did you get?
What did I have? It was
How long ago was it?
ham and bacon.
Ham and bacon.
Ham and bacon, yeah.
Meat feast.
Well, it was meant to be barbecue chicken, but they ran out. So I basically had to. I was a bit dodgy. I did have to say to him, "Oh, what meats have you got left?" And then I had it, and I thought, "Why have they got that meat left?"
Yeah.
How long's it been there? No, but it was great. To be fair, it was on the cafe.
Was it like a kebab or something? Like
No,
a kebab house?
it was the cafe around the corner from here.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
It's-
actually, you should give them a shout out, really.
Yeah, the
'cause
Atrium
they're
Cafe around the corner from here. So if you come to see us and you want some food, right around the
They
corner,
are the
they're
people
great.
to go to.
Yeah, and I'm being
Stunning
harsh.
food.
It was very good, and I do trust the food from there. It's I've not had a bad meal, but I was going to order some barbecue pizza, barbecue chicken on the pizza, but we ran out.
They do nice coronation chicken and jack potato up there.
I'll take your word
Really
for it. I'm
nice.
not really a fan of coronation chicken.
Oh,
So
I love it. It's
I'll
a
take your word
treat
for it.
though, a proper treat. Like I would never have it in the house, but if I was going out for food, I would get that. You know, like a little. You're not that hungry, but you just want like a small snack,
Yeah.
like a light bite.
What's your go-to light bite?
Light bite. Probably like a panini, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I went to the pub the other day for my dad's birthday. Got some soup, and I didn't. It was soup of the day. I didn't know what the soup of the day was going to be, but I thought I'm just gonna,
Risk it.
risk it. Yeah,
Let's go
lucky
for it.
dip, and it was actually mushroom soup.
Mushroom.
I love mushroom soup.
Yeah.
Mushroom soup and leek and potato are my favourites.
Nice. I kind of like a spicy tomato,
Mm,
like a tomato and
tomato-
red pepper.
yeah, basil.
Yeah, tomato basil, tomato and red pepper. Yeah, good.
Yeah, proper warm food.
Yeah.
That's like kind of a winter.
We're getting to that
sort of thing.
season, aren't we?
It is.
We've gone through the summer of salads, and like.
Well, I didn't.
I
don't
tried.
use that.
I was, if you noticed, before I went away on holiday, I was actually trying to be really good in the office. I was having salads and things. Not been able to do that since I got
You've
back.
not been well.
I've not been well. I'm eating stodge again now. But.
Yeah, you're back to your normal self.
Yeah. So what you're out and about this week? You're out yesterday, which was Monday, obviously, which is not Sunday where it normally would have been for a podcast. So you're out
Monday.
yesterday for a bit yesterday afternoon, and then you're out again this week.
I don't think so. Do you know what? My diary is just so full. I don't even know where I am.
Well, this week is a week of prep, isn't it, for what we've got going on? So we're going to quickly run at this point. We're going to quickly run through what shows we're at in where you can see Graphtec machinery this September. So where can you see us, Alan?
So the first show we have is next week, and that is the Trade X22.
And where's that?
That is in where is it?
I put you on the spot here. Love
Yeah,
when I do
you
that.
have. I want to say Manchester, but I could be wrong.
Trade X22. Let me
Worcester,
quickly.
is it?
Trade X22. Let me have a quick Google. And then where are we after that?
So the print show, that's on the 20. I'm looking at the board so I remember. The 20th to the 22nd. So that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and that's in Birmingham. So a lot of the resellers. Well, I'll list all the resellers that are going there later on. We'll have our equipment there. I'll be there for a couple of days. Yourself might be there even for a day or two.
Hoping to get there to have at least a walk around on one day.
Yeah, you and Lucy should definitely go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I know CMY UK, they're doing their own open house event towards the end of the month with our Graphtec roll fed machine. I know Pyramid Displays, they're looking at doing their own open house event as well. So again, that'll be with one of our roll fed machines as well. So yeah, September's chock-a-block
Chock-a-block of shows.
Events, yeah.
Trade X, which is the National Association of Memorial Masons, which we talked about that on the podcast, not last week, the week before. It was a good job we pre-recorded that podcast with Hayley, so we had some content for last week when I wasn't here to record anything.
Yeah, of course, we would have to do it online.
Yeah.
A virtual podcast.
Virtual Zoom podcast. Trade X is being housed on the 15th and 16th September at the Warwickshire Event Centre.
Warwickshire's completely off where I thought.
Yeah, a lot further south
My
than where you
geography
thought.
is really doing me dirty today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we've got pretty much every week now, we've got something going on. So there's lots of different places where you can go and have a look at our equipment, if not come in here. And all the different shows offer something different as well.
Yeah,
So,
completely different industries where you can see the machines doing completely different things.
Yeah. The print show especially. So the print show, I think that was established in 2015. So it's been going for a good couple of years. We usually have, if we don't have a stand, we're always there with a couple of our resellers with our equipment there.
My first show with Graphtec was the 2017 print show,
Was it?
and that was in Telford International Centre. Yeah, and then year after we did.
Was that a big show then? Was the event hall quite big or?
Yeah, I think they'd had some. I think there was a problem with booking the NEC at the time. There was I think there was a hall available for the week that they wanted to do the show, so they had to find an alternate venue for that year.
Right.
So yeah, it ended up being at Telford, and it was set up in kind of, as you go to the NEC, any trade show, and everything's in one hall.
Mm-hmm.
And you just obviously walk on one hall and it's kind of segmented. But the way the Telford International Centre was, it almost felt like it was done two shows. So you had one room was all very much aimed at wide format print, and then there was another room which was mainly aimed at kind of the sign industry and car wrapping, and we were in that room. So it was kind of almost like two different vibes to the show.
Yeah.
But then the year after, we went back to the NEC and just in one massive room. And my personal view was I preferred it in the NEC to having the kind of two different rooms the way it was in 2017.
A lot of the shows now, the car wrapping has become very popular.
Yeah.
So at all these different shows that there is, Sign Digital, there's car wrapping there. The print show, car wrapping there. Print and promotion, I would expect there to be car wrapping there as well.
Yeah, and they always have
Huge
something
market.
going on in the stands, don't they? So it's very much a focal point for people when they enter the show. It's very much a focal point for people to go and see, so get involved with something on the stand, have a go at wrapping a panel and things like that. So yeah, the stands, like I think we were just around the corner from Hexis at Sign and Digital this year, weren't we?
Yeah.
And they always get a good footfall because they do like the wrapping battles on their stands. It's also quite handy to be close to that because you've got a lot of people heading that way to watch it, but then you get a lot of traffic on your stand as well, being close to those type of events.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we were quite close. In fact, 2017, I think we were quite close to Hexus as well. So the room was quite busy then.
Yeah. So the print show is in the NEC in Birmingham on the 20th to the 22nd of September. So not next week, the week after.
Yeah.
And there we've got a range of our partners, well, our resellers there. So we have RGB. So they're going to be having our F-Mark system there. So
the automatic sheet fed system.
That's the one. That's the boy. They're pairing that up with an Oki Pro.
Nice.
As a solution. So I went to see RGB the other week actually. We had a look at all these different options we could do together.
Yeah.
So bundling the F markup with the Oki Pro, and also.
So that's a full print cut solution then.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's going to be on stand, so you can see, from designing, printing, cutting out. So that'll be all there.
And that product is like, that solution is aimed more kind of like your print shop, isn't it? But if you're gonna kind of your high street print shop, if you want to go in and get like a small run of business cards done and things like that, isn't it? Or stickers as well. So printing stickers through the Oki Pro printer and then mass producing.
There's a range of different medias that can go through the Oki printer as well, like transfer paper, all that sort of thing.
For t-shirts and okay.
Yeah. So I know we've got the Magic Touch. They've got an Oki printer as well, and they do their like OBM papers, that sort of thing, through the Oki printer. Not necessarily needing the Graphtec cutter, but back in the day, it was needed for the contour cut lines to get rid of all the white around it. So yeah, that's RGB UK. We've also got the Magic Touch there. They've got a stand there too. They're going to have the Graphtec C7060 on stand. With
perfect sense for the heat transfer market.
Exactly. So that's for your garment decoration. We also have digital transfer supplies. So I'll be on stand with them either the Tuesday or the Wednesday, and maybe yourself too, one of the days. Not sure what machines yet. Could be craft machines and the Graphtec machine, but again, that's still to be arranged and organised. And then we've got other resellers as well. So we've got Amaya. They supply the C7000 and the craft machines.
Yep.
We've got Perfect Colours. So they're more wide format. So they do all like the solvent printers. So they bundle them up with our Graphtec machines. Again, full solution. I know they'll be having a stand with HP. But also the HP printers work nicely along with the Graphtec machines.
Yep.
We've also got I don't know, I'm going to say this right. Is it Soyang?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're part of the
Jazera group. Yeah, I was making sure I hadn't got that wrong then in my head, but no, they've that's like a fresh partnership, that isn't it?
Yeah, that's quite new. So those guys will be there. Jazera do supply the Graphtec roll fed machines and also the flatbed machines too. So there'll be people on stand there to talk about the flatbeds and the Graphtec machines.
Cool. So everyone you've mentioned there, they've all got our equipment on their stands.
Yeah, RGB, the Magic Touch, Digital Transfer Supplies, they will definitely have the equipment there.
Yeah.
Also, Expo, they'll be having our equipment there. A guy called Rich, he'll have our have the C7000 on their stand too.
What do they specialise in?
They are more print on demand.
Okay.
Sort of, yeah, things they do.
So in terms of like there's loads of opportunity to see our machinery at the print show.
There'll be a lot of people who are quite knowledgeable on the Graphtec equipment as well. I mean, I'll be there. You're potentially going to be there as well.
Yeah,
Tom might even,
plans definitely go down for a day. And our newest recruit, Lucy, who's sat opposite driving the podcast at the minute. Lucy's been focusing a lot on the craft product, but it would be nice for her to be able to see some of the commercial stuff. So
it's definitely an eye opener.
I'll take you for a day out, Lucy.
It'd be good. They do some nice Cornish pasties there as well.
Yeah, now
No,
they should come with a health warning. Them things.
Oh, they are so
the amount
nice.
of times I've bitten into one of those Cornish pasties and it literally destroyed the inside of my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you buy them, leave them for 10 minutes before you eat them because they are like biting into a hot pocket of magma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Learned that the hard way.
They're so good. So yeah, more so on like the wide format. So Graphtec, the reason why we work with the likes of Perfect Colours, do the printers and also the cutters is for that full workflow solution.
Yeah.
So you print out on your solvent printer or your latex printer and you put it through a Graphtec machine to cut, or you put it through your printer, put it through your laminator and then cut it. So it's your full workflow solution. So yeah, the Graphtec machines, work well nicely with, say, your Epson, your HP, your Mimaki, your Canon printers. So yeah, the print show, you'll see all these brands.
Yeah, you get a full taste for the whole process of print design, because even the software companies will be there. So
they will.
The software for your design, then you print, then you cut, or over laminating, then you cut in. The whole thing is going to be at the print show for you to see. But it's really good that we've got such a strong contingent of our suppliers, our resellers there, showing off the Graphtec equipment. But it's good that they're not all there showing off the same machine for the same output. They're all using the machines for like the whole different scope of solutions that you can do for all the different processes. Thank you for helping with the word there, because I completely went out my head. That you can see the machines working to their full potential, because you can see them in so many different environments of where they might be used. It's not just a case of, you use it to cut block colour vinyl to put on signs, which that's what a lot of people buy the plotters for, but it isn't necessarily the be all and end all of what the plotter can do. They can do so much more of that. And I guess, like you're saying about the resellers being there with the printers, I guess the age-old question is, we get people phone up and saying, I want to buy a plotter, but I've been seeing such a good deal on why I should buy this print cut machine.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's a common question, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is a common question. And we always try and, say it like, workflow, how important is it to, get your jobs out? You don't want to tie up a job in your printer, because then it can also cut.
Yeah.
So you've got various different, jobs on the go. You've got to wait for your printer to finish, or wait for your cut to finish, or, you've got just laminated your material. It's just a lot of, faffing around, where if you've got one machine, per application, then it's, your workflow is going to be much more steadier. So it's more about time efficiency more than anything as well, and accuracy.
Yeah, I guess the only situation I have seen really over the years of working in the industry, and also working shop floor the industry, is the only time where a print cut machine really comes into its own is if you're really, really, really tight on space.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a startup company with a really small showroom and things, then the print cut machine's great, because you got the whole thing in one. It doesn't take up loads and loads of room. But to really grow and so your money's in your print, and if your printer's tied up cutting, then it's just reducing the workflow down, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the benefit of having the cutters. So we filmed a podcast a couple of weeks back, which will be available in the next couple of weeks, with Declan from Wide Format Solutions. But we talked about this quite extensively with Declan. But someone phones us up and says, I'm buying a printer. What plotter should I go for? Declan went quite into a lot that with his what do you say now about the sizes that he? Can you remember what was it? He said about the 140 is the like most popular one that he goes for because of the obviously printers being that size natively.
Yeah, and material as well, being
Yeah.
that sort of size as well.
So he doesn't really hit for Declan is based over in Ireland, and he definitely sees the 140 as the stronger machine for the size requirements over in Ireland than the 160. But yeah, if you've got the ideal situation is you buy your plotter to match the width of your printer, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you get a full workflow and also your laminator. You want it all to be the same width. So your whole workflow will go through all the machines in one hit. Have we got the with laminator at the print show or not?
We haven't. No.
No.
Not the laminator.
No. Okay.
Which we should really. That's a missed opportunity. The laminator, really. But we've got the laminator here in our showroom.
Yeah.
And I know we've got it in Cymaster's Systems showroom too.
Yeah. We've got laminator. So Ellen just said, obviously it's here, but it's actually set up in the front atrium. So if you want to dem the laminator it's 3-in-1 application. It's a full print finishing solution, really. Once you pair it with a plotter, just get in touch and we can arrange a demonstration on it for you. You can even bring your own print with you. We can laminate it and then we can cut it in the dem room on a FC 9140, can't we?
Yeah.
Right, to the Ask Ellen section. So, the question this week is, I did not know Graphtec did a model with a take-up system. Is this new? And what price does it come in at with the complete system already attached to the machine?
Okay. So the FC range, they launched in 2019. So that makes it 3 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in 2022. So
although it feels like we missed a year with 2020. But
yeah, it does, doesn't it? So yeah, the FC 9000, the 140 and the 160, they have the options with a take-up unit. So they've been available since 2019. Basically.
Yeah, so they're classed as enhanced models.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the take-up unit is only for the 140 and the 160 though. And they can range between an extra £2,000 on average, plus the cost of the machine itself. So it is an additional extra. So you can purchase the machine and down the line you wanted to do your roll-to-roll media jobs.
Yeah, something that you can add on. Yeah,
yeah,
you can add it on afterwards as well.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy it when you buy the plotter new.
No, and you can take it off if you weren't needing it as well. But it doesn't take up any space anyway. It's kind of like, built into the machine. It's quite nicely presented. So, I think that's answered the question.
So why would you buy the take-up unit?
Why? For roll to roll, it adds an extra track into it as well. I think we've covered this previously.
I've got a voice all of a sudden. Excuse me. Yeah, we covered it in the accessory kind of podcast the other week, didn't we?
We
but
did.
If you haven't listened to that one yet, quickly, it bolts onto the front of the machine, and allows you to go roll to roll. So if you're cutting stuff up that you don't need to ship out to somebody, or you're storing it for processing later on or something, it just allows you to go from one roll off the back of the machine through to another roll spooled up at the front. But with adding it, the reason it's called the enhanced system, if you buy the plotter brand new with it on, is it enhances the tracking capabilities.
Yeah.
So FC 9000s come with 15 meters guaranteed repeatability. You add the take-up spool on the take-up unit on the front, and it boosts up to 20.
Thanks for tuning in on today's Cutting Masters podcast. If you are listening on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Please do get involved by liking, commenting. I'll see you all next week.